Vladimir Putin military chiefs are caught in the headlines as he issues atomic decree. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Well, Putin, in fact, everywhere, if you turn on the news, Putin, and people sleep Putin, and outside Putin, newspaper, who be this guy safe gone? He's the Russian president who invaded Ukraine, in case you don't know. I'm not thinking that at this point, some people don't know. Well, it is possible they don't know, but let's find out more. More things, as in there's no day he doesn't give people need to talk about him. The news in detail, please stay with us. Vladimir Putin, closer advisors, appeared perturbed when he dropped his bombshell about ready nuclear weapons yesterday. The expression of Army General Valery Gerasimov and Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu were caught on camera as the Russian president put his atomic arsenal on standby. A senior U.S. defense official said last night Putin's step is potentially putting in play forces that, if there's a miscalculation, could make things much, much more dangerous. As a senior White House official described it as yet another escalatory and totally unnecessary step, they said in a statement, at every step of this conflict, Putin has manufactured threats to justify more aggressive actions. He was never under threat from Ukraine or from NATO, which is a defensive alliance that will not fight in Ukraine. The only reason his forces face a threat today is because they invaded a sovereign country and won without nuclear weapons. Max Begenman, a former State Department official, called Putin's talk predictable but dangerous saber-rattling. Things could spiral out of control, he warned. It was unclear last night whether Putin was referring to short-range or intercontinental nuclear missiles. A U.S. study published this month suggested that despite hundreds of billions of pounds in investment by NATO countries in recent decades, its member states remain significantly vulnerable to intercontinental ballistic missiles. NATO's best chance of blocking a nuclear weapon is said to be against ballistic missile defense system, which will attempt to blow it out of the sky. It is fitted on U.S. warships, which, for the purposes of European defense, are based in Spain. The system land equivalent, the Aegis ashore, is deployed in Romania. The general's appearance at yesterday's Kremlin press conference came just over a fortnight after they told senior British officials they were not going to invade Ukraine. The pledge was made to Ben Wallace, making his first visit to Moscow by UK Defense Secretary for 20 years, and Admiral Sir Tony Radakin, Chief of the Defense Staff. Approximately 90% of all nuclear warheads are owned by Russia and the United States, which each have about 4,000 warheads in their military stockpiles. No other nuclear-armed state sees a need for more than a few hundred warheads for national security. Globally, the overall inventory of nuclear weapons has declined, but the pace of reduction has been slowing compared with the past 30 years. The reductions are happening only because the United States and Russia are still dismantling previously retired warheads. Russia has claimed its potent nuclear missile, the 16,000 mph hypersonic Saturn II, can fit 12 nuclear warheads and could destroy the UK. The Kremlin has also significantly increased the number of test launches of atomic weapons this year, perhaps in anticipation of the conflict with Ukraine. But last night, a former UK military intelligence officer said we should not be immediately concerned. Philip Ingram said Russia's nuclear capability has been a high priority for Western intelligence for many years, so any real challenges in the status are likely to be closely watched. This is an attempt at deterrence by Putin, not a statement he has any immediate intention to use nuclear weapons. However, you have to remember that if you threaten something, it is only credible if you are prepared to use them. There is a call, There's a call to be worried. This one is not a matter of there does not cause for alarm. There's a cause to worry. The world needs a man like Putin. If he fails to stand up, American and EU countries will continue to dominate the world the way they want. Long live Putin. Are you for real? Why doesn't he attack the US or one of the NATO countries? And why is he targeting the weak Ukraine? My brother, the same question I'm asking myself, which is not a mentor of NATO. He's like somebody tries to kill a mosquito with a sledgehammer. My brother, you said it all. Except with all those countries you have mentioned, there's accountability even by the most powerful plus changes in office bearer. With Putin, you have one man accountable only to himself who wants to rule until 2036. The man you are even cheering on is even a dictator. He has been in power for how long? He's a bully. Yes, you need a man like Putin, somebody that will go and do worse. Yes, now. He's only angry because he's not the one. If Russia is the one doing ESA, what USA and other countries are doing, I beg, this matter sincerely is if they don't handle it carefully, with care, there'll be problems. One thing for sure is the toxic fiat paper dollars. The US prints like it's going out of style will soon crash. This will leave the new Eurasian Asian economic bloc with China and Russia along with the Asian tigers as the center of economic power in the world. Down the toilet we go on Great Britain, Canada, the EU, or the versus leave independent country that toe the line to the dollar printers. You will say, I said so. Putin will be overthrown at last by his military service. He's going too far. Thank you. He's going too far. Too early for atomic decree. My brother. You're very correct. The senior generals will not agree with him to using nuclear weapons on the neighboring country. That may lead to military coup. Just the way Putin is advertising the Ukrainian army to seize power. Pure darkness. No one can boast to feed the entire world but to kill. What a world. My dear, don't even mind Putin. The only thing Russia is known for is for producing war weapons. Russian citizens are very poor compared to American, Europe, and Japanese citizens. Russian democracy is so backward, they cannot even change their president at definite intervals. Putin alone is the executive, legislature, and judiciary, name it. And somebody is there cheering him on. See, I don't care why he invaded Ukraine, but coming to say he's going to do what with what? What is he talking about? I keep saying it, he's using Ukraine as bait. And people are bleeding. People are dying. What are you talking about? Yeah, they're the one that provoked them. So, who struck first? Russia is making threats and enjoy his $1 worth of sick fund. He put his ace on the table and is helping the West to plan and neutralize him accordingly. The dominance of EU and Americans over the world has to change the pains of slavery, which the black man suffered till date. Black man is still suffering. The blood spilled everywhere and many more. The blood of unarmed are calling for justice. It is unfortunate that this war will affect all. Whoever survived it will be great. Okay, on this note, we will come to the end of the news to say thank you for tuning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.